Are you someone that's trying to learn how to do big unbroken sets of kipping chest to bar pull-ups? If so, then this is the video for you. That's because I'm going to teach you exactly the 6 steps you need to know to do unbroken kipping chest to bar pull-ups. And I'm going to talk about why so many athletes can do kipping pull-ups, but they can't do kipping chest to bar. There are 4 main things that you might be missing, and I'm going to cover them all in this video. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I actually have a free training guide that's going to help you learn how to do unbroken kipping chest to bar. So first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why kipping? Why aren't you doing strict pull-ups, Ben? I can do strict pull-ups, okay? I can come all the way down, go all the way up. I can even do strict chest to bar, okay? I can do a bunch of those. But in CrossFit, we're not trying to just develop muscular strength, which is what a strict pull-up would do. In CrossFit, we're trying to increase our work capacity in a specific amount of time. So in order for me to go from here to chest to the bar more times, aka get more work done in a shorter period of time, that's why we introduced the kip. It's not about strict strength always. Strict strength is important, but we kip so that we can do more work in a shorter period of time. When it comes to kipping chest to bar pull-ups, you have to make sure that you're doing them properly. The rep starts with your arms fully locked out at some point, and then it is finished when the bar touches your collarbone or below. That is a chest to bar pull-up. Before you start worrying about chest to bar pull-ups, it's really important that you at least have the ability to do 1 or 2 strict pull-ups. If you can't do a strict pull-up, then it might not be safe for you to start swinging around like a monkey and trying to do pull-ups. So make sure you can do at least 1 or 2 strict. And then I also suggest, before we go through the step-by-step progression, make sure that you can do normal kipping pull-ups. If you can't get your chin above the bar yet and maybe hit a few of those reps unbroken, then it's not time to worry about chest to bar. Go back. I have another video here on YouTube that I will link in the description that is a full movement breakdown, step-by-step of how to do kipping pull-ups. And then this video is the next level up, and it's going to teach you how to do unbroken chest to bar kipping pull-ups. When we start the movement, it starts with a hollow position. The hollow position is with my core tight, my feet are in front, and I have slight tension in the shoulders, kind of pushing that bar forward. That hollow body position sets us up for an arch position. So that arch position, when I'm in the arch, I'm feeling tension running down my body all the way from my hands to my toes. It's very important that you keep your feet glued together and you drive your head through. I'm driving my head through the shoulder so I will feel tension in the front of my body. It's like pulling back a bow about to release an arrow, or it's like stretching a rubber band that's about to snap. It's very important that your arch position is strong and you're driving through to create the tension to snap into the next position, which is the lever position or the lever position, depending on how you pronounce it. And that is simply the hollow position with a little bit of elevation. So let's walk you through those first 3 steps here in real time. I start with the hollow, okay? So that's the hollow position. The next is hollow arch, where I'm developing that tension. And then the next is I lever. So hollow arch, lever. The lever is simply that hollow position, and then I start pushing down on the bar with straight arms. This gives me more elevation. It gets me going in the right direction to get my chest to touch this bar. So the lever, I think about driving the bar down. I'm pressing down. You'll actually feel it in your lats, maybe a little bit in your pecs. I'm pushing down on the bar. All of these 3 things happen, hollow, arch, and lever, before we ever start pulling in the pull-up. I know it sounds crazy, but most of the kipping chest to bar pull-up or normal kipping pull-up is before you ever start pulling with your arms in any way, shape, or form. As we move into that lever position and I get as much elevation as I possibly can, right when I'm at the top of that backswing is when the most important piece of kipping pull-ups comes into play, and that's the hip hop. The hip hop is where we are generating 80% of our ability to do a kipping pull-up. I then extend my hips. You can think about it sometimes like a frog kick. That hip pop creates the momentum to get my chin above the bar, or in this case, your chest to touch the bar. This is the missing piece. A lot of people do kipping pull-ups and they do all the kip swing and then they don't move their hips at all. And you can see even when I'm doing this, I can't get my chest to the bar. That's because without that hip hop, without that extra momentum, it's a lot harder to get your chest to the bar. So if you're someone who's struggling to actually get your chest to the bar, you can do normal kipping pull-ups all day long, but you can't get your chest to the bar, chances are you're missing the hip hop. Here's an example for you. Watch me here. If I told you to do a max set of strict pull-ups and I said, I want you to get that last rep any way possible, you're probably gonna do this. You're struggling. I'm like, get that chin above the bar. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna go, boom. That frog kick is our body's natural way to use our hips and use our core to generate core to extremity momentum to get our chin above the bar or chest to the bar. So if you're struggling with the hip hop and you can't quite get your chest to the bar, think about, as you're on the backswing, just do a little frog kick. That little tiny frog kick, I'll do one more time. That little tiny frog kick might be all you need to get that chest to the bar. Immediately after we pop our hips, we then use our arms to pull to the bar. And this is kind of like a 1-2 punch. I go pop and pull. So only after the hip hop, immediately after, you pull aggressively into the bar and get your chest, collarbone and below, to touch the bar. You have officially completed a chest to bar pull-up. But if you're someone who wants to do more than singles, you can't miss this step, and that is the push away. Once we get to the top, it's very important that I push away from the bar, almost saying like, get away from me. I push away from the bar and put myself back into a hollow body position. So I'm gonna demonstrate here in real time. If you're someone who has a hard time doing multiple reps unbroken, especially with kipping pull-ups or kipping chest to bar, it probably looks something like this. You do all the right things, and then you drop straight down, and you're like, I have no momentum, Ben, what am I doing? That's because you didn't set yourself up for the next rep. So when I get, watch when I do this, when I get my chest to the bar, the first thing that I do is I push away ever so slightly to get myself back to step one, which is that hollow body position. Here's what it looks like in real time. Here, and I push away. So as soon as my chest touches the bar, I push away, and I'm in that hollow position that I can then swing into the arch, so on and so forth. So if you feel like you're just dropping and not keeping momentum, it could be because you're just simply forgetting to push away into the next rep. If you are someone watching this that can do kipping pull-ups, but you are struggling to actually do kipping chest to bar, maybe you can't get your first or you can't do multiple unbroken, then these 4 things are gonna help you out. Here is how you turn kipping pull-ups into kipping chest to bar pull-ups. Number 1, and this is one that no one thinks about, is I want you to increase your arch aggression. And what I mean by that is that when I'm in that arch position, I talked earlier about how it's like loading a rubber band, or it's like drawing back a bow, ready to release an arrow. You need to really think about driving your head through and feeling the stretch in the front of your body. If you're not feeling that, then you might have a lazy arch. A lazy arch is like, I'm here, I go up, I'm here, I go up, and you're just kind of relaxing in that arch position. Point number 2, this one's pretty obvious. You're either missing or you're not doing enough hip hop. So for people who can get their chin above the bar, do multiple reps, but they can't do chest to bar, you might simply just need to unlock those hips a little bit more, meaning you need to frog kick more aggressively. If you increase the aggression and the intensity of your hip pop, you will get your chest to the bar easier. Here's an example for you. Let me demo. If I don't do a hip hop, like I showed earlier, I can get to here with my pull-ups. Okay, so maybe your kipping pull-ups look like this, but I can't get my chest to the bar. No matter how hard I try, I really can't. But watch what happens when I start aggressively popping my hips. Right? I almost went through the bar. I easily got my chest to the bar. So you might just need to increase your hip hop aggression. Number 3, you might need to increase your strict pull-up strength. You might have all the kipping is perfect, your hip hop's aggressive, but you just simply lack the arm strength. And that's very common. There are a lot of people who they can barely get their chin above the bar with a perfect kip, and they just can't quite finish that pull. Finishing the pull and actually getting your chest all the way to the bar takes more arm strength. So if you've checked all the previous boxes, but you still are having trouble, it might be worth revisiting how many strict pull-ups can you do. If the answer is only 1 or 2, there's your problem. But if we take 1 or 2 strict pull-ups and increase that to 4, 5, 6 strict pull-ups, that will help you learn kipping chest to bar pull-ups. And here's a cool fact. I see a direct correlation between how many strict pull-ups you can do versus how many kipping pull-ups versus how many kipping chest to bar pull-ups you can do. I've generally found that if you can do, let's say, 5 strict pull-ups unbroken, you can probably, with a good kipping pattern, following all the steps we talked about, you can probably do 15 unbroken kipping chest to bar. It's usually a 2 to 3x multiplier. So if you can only do one strict pull-up, chances are you maybe at best could get 2 or 3 kipping chest to bar unbroken. But if I can do 5, then I'd be able to do 15 kipping chest to bar unbroken. And that even goes for, let's say I can do roughly 20 strict pull-ups. Guess what? I can do 45 to 50 plus, as long as my hands don't rip, kipping chest to bar pull-ups unbroken. So if you want to increase your kipping chest to bar capacity, increase your strict pull-up strength. And then the last missing piece of the puzzle, this is a huge one, folks, is if you're struggling to hit unbroken sets, but you can hit a single chest to bar, no problem. This is the problem, almost guaranteed. You are too horizontal when you touch your chest to the bar. Let me show you an example. So when I'm doing the kipping chest to bar, a lot of people, they pop their hips and they're like, ugh. And they end up very horizontal to the ground. I can't set myself up for the next rep. So you're doing singles all day long that look like this. Your feet come high and you're basically parallel to the ground with your torso. What you need to think about is staying vertical. If I can stay vertical, I keep my feet well below my hips, which are well below my shoulders, which is below my head. If I stay vertical, it's gonna set me up for the next rep. So again, I'll show you one bad and one good. So bad, I can't do unbroken chest to bar like that. But if I were to freeze at the top, you'd notice that I'm pretty much vertical. I'm in like a slight hollow body position. So that could be the missing piece. If you can do one kipping pull-up, but you can't do multiple unbroken, you feel like you've covered all the steps, it's probably because you're ending up in a horizontal position where your body is parallel to the floor and you need to stay perpendicular to the floor. Stay more vertical. That's gonna help you unlock more kipping chest to bar. And here's one more tip that I just came up with, so I had to add it to the video. This is a huge mistake a lot of people make, is where are your hands? A lot of people, they do kipping pull-ups with their hands pretty narrow, but no matter how hard I kip, I can't get my chest to the bar here because my biceps are in the way. But seriously, if your hands are narrow, you actually run into a point where you can't physically get to the bar. So what happens if I widen out my hands, I can easily get that range of motion. So practice widening out your hands ever so slightly and see if that gives you room to get your chest to the bar. And it might be all that it takes. If you like this tip and you want more, I have a free training guide. Go to wadprep.com/pullup and you can download a free training guide that's going to teach you how to do pull-ups like this. I have one for butterfly, strict, kipping. Go download that. It's completely free. Also, if you're like, Ben, I really want to learn this. I have a lot of skills I'm working on. I want to be an RX athlete. Then join WOD Prep Academy. Me and you, we will literally work together. We will hop on a one-on-one coaching call at first, and then you can attend a weekly live coaching call. There's monthly skill seminars covering things like chest to bar pull-ups. It's amazing. It's worked for thousands of athletes. It's not that expensive, and it comes with a full money-back guarantee. Go to wadprep.com/academy to learn more, and I promise I can help you learn kipping chest to bar pull-ups and every other movement that's preventing you from being an RX athlete. Really quick before you go, please leave a comment below and let me know what is the one missing piece you think you have in your kipping chest to bar pull-ups, and maybe I'll make another video about that one thing specifically. Leave a comment and let me know. And with that, I'll see you in next week's video.